just wanted to stop by and let you know that I'll be leaving on yet another missions trip in just a few days. So on Monday, October the 2nd, I will leave from San Francisco, headed to Amsterdam, in order to get a flight from Amsterdam, then to Delhi, India. Then I wait there for a little bit, and I go from Delhi to Bangalore, where Satish and Helen will be to pick me up, so that they can take me to their school, which is out in Hosur, and I will be able to teach the book of Daniel for another time in his school, Beacon Baptist Theological College and Seminary. I get to teach the book of Daniel again. What a great book of the Bible to reflect on the prophecies, to reflect on the life of a man who stood firm for the Lord for over 70 years in a political system that was at best described as pagan. And so I'll get to teach the book of Daniel, and my students will get to learn about things like dispensationalism. We'll talk about how the 5 kingdoms in chapters 2 and 7 reflect what God is doing in the world even today. And I get to be with Satish and Helen, and we'll get to worship together on the Sundays, and we'll be able to just get out and see the city of Bangalore again and visit with people. One thing that we'll get to do, I suspect, every year that I go, I love taking them to a very famous restaurant in downtown Bangalore by the name of Hard Rock Cafe. So we will go eat a good hamburger, some good fries, and pretend that I'm in America. And then when I'm finished teaching that class, then I will go from Bangalore back to Delhi, and then from Delhi up to Dhaka in Bangladesh. And because of the fact that you can't get to where you're really going, I get to spend the night in Dhaka, and then I will take a short little flight the next day from Dhaka down to Cox's Bazar, and that's where they will pick me up. Now, I'm not sure how much of the news you've been watching, but there has been a tremendous war going on, a lot of suffering on behalf of a group called the Rohingya people who live in the Rakhine state in Myanmar, otherwise known as Burma. And they are being attacked, their villages are being burned, people are being shot and killed. The military has put landmines, people are stepping on them. And there was a time when they said there was about 800,000, but now the numbers are about 450,000 people have fled across the border into Bangladesh from Myanmar. And they have these refugee camps, huge refugee camps, right outside of Cox's Bazar, where I will fly into. So it's very possible that I will get to see some of those refugee camps. Many of the wounded have come to the hospital there in Mullimgat for care, a place where they can be cared for both physically, spiritually, even emotionally, as these folks come, and many of their family members have died and children have been killed. And so I get to go there, and I get to do a couple of things. I will, number one, get to teach pastors, both Bengali pastors and tribal pastors, and we will be talking about some very important doctrinal issues that are important doctrinal issues whether I'm in America or Bangladesh or wherever I am. So I get to teach them, but then I will also get the chance to be able to interact with many of the medical staff at the hospital. And when I'm finished with all that, I will fly from Dhaka back to Delhi, and then Delhi to Amsterdam, and Amsterdam on home. This is one of my longer trips, and I would greatly appreciate you praying for me as I go. I'll be on a lot of flights, and if you pray for my safety, I'd really appreciate it. Pray for me that I can really be understood well as I teach both the book of Daniel and these pastors in Bangladesh. And I would ask you most of all to pray that God would allow me to bring comfort into the hearts of the folks at the hospital there in Mullimgat. These are folks that are facing great persecution and suffering of people that are coming to them, and their hearts are broken over what's happening. So I would ask you to pray for me that I can bring some comfort into their hearts and lives as they serve the Lord. Listen, thank you for praying for me. Pray for my family. Pray for our church, Pastor Daniel, as he takes over for while I'm gone. And I just appreciate the fact that you will hold me up in prayer as I'm gone. Thank you very much.